Here's a nice little order and a good example of when we say that everything sells eventually, because there are some items in here that I don't recall selling in recent times. Yellow is not the most popular colour for me, so this is a very welcome order, but it does show that, you know, keep your parts in stock, don't panic, don't worry about, you know, reducing. They will all sell eventually. So it's 4:30 on Monday the 23rd. I'm just about to head off to the post office, and we managed to do 34 orders today in total, which isn't too bad at all, and it's signs, I think, that things are maybe starting to pick up a little. So I'm trying something new here with a buyer on eBay that's just purchased another minifigure off me, and this is about the third item they've bought off me in the last 4 or 5 days, which is really good of them, especially since I tend to have a discount on multiple purchases. So what I've done is I've sent them a voucher for 10% off their next purchase, and that's using eBay's new feature that allows you to create vouchers, coupon codes that you can send to for public consumption or for individuals. And in this case, I've sent an individual voucher just for this individual because they've purchased so much in the last week, and we'll see how that works for repeat business. After a busy weekend, things are a little bit more back to the current norm, so not quite as many orders today. So I'm going to be parting out, and I'm going to start with this tub of wedge plates that I've got in front of me, get these into the store, and then probably start tackling this lot of bulk down here, which has got lots of sort of 2x4s and things in, which I sold a ton of yesterday, so I want to get those stocked back up. And here are those resulting plates all sorted into type, and then I will actually break these down into colours as I sort and count them and put them away, at the same time adding them to BrickStore, ready to upload to the store. So that's the next job, get these sorted by colour and put away. So here's a job that I really hate doing. This is me creating labels for all of the new cabinets that I've bought, and I'm only about halfway through at the moment. It probably looks a little funny at the moment because I use my computer in dark mode. These are black letters on obviously white paper, and just cutting these out from the paper and sticking them to the drawers is a little bit of a pain, but they fit nicely when I cut them out into the slots on the fronts of the drawers. So it's got to be done, unfortunately. So I've now got the labels printed, and they're going up, in this case, up to 1800. But as I've said, I hate doing them, and I can't almost bring myself to do it in one go. Obviously, I started doing them at the end here, and this will keep me going for a little while, following on with the new parts. But my intention is to put some used parts in here as well. So I'm going to take the very dodgy action of labeling backwards from this end, so that I can start putting in some of the used parts into these cabinets. Wish me luck. So just to show you how that box of plates panned out, it ended up being 778 items in 243 lots for not very much, for about £65. But the main thing here, I think, is adding the lot count to the store. The negative side of it is that it's already you know, having an impact on the drawers, so that's filled up the majority of one of the cabinets already. So I'm wondering just how long this wall will last. So I thought you guys might be interested to see a little bit of behind the scenes of a Royal Mail business account, in terms of what you will get from Royal Mail for free as running part of the business. And one of the big sort of money savers, I think personally, is things like the thermal labels. So you'll get free rolls of 500 thermal labels. These are the 6x4 labels that go in pretty much any thermal label printer. I use a Zebra label printer, and these are perfect for me. So you can add these to your basket, and they are free. Free delivery, everything. And you can also order your labels. So these are the tags that you need to tag your bags with. These are first class and second class tags. You will be able to order your grey mail bags. No picture with this, but these are the grey postal sacks that you'll see at a post office, etc. They even give you the tie wraps to tie the tags onto the bags. So all of these things are free. The other thing, I think with it's not that one, there are some sort of pouches on here somewhere. I may be looking in the wrong place, but here we go. These basically they're kind of like a stick-on plastic envelope that you put on the outside of your package, and you can put your customs paperwork in there as well. So all good stuff, and all parts of the benefits of being a Royal Mail business account customer. Got a couple of used sets here that I need to decide what to do with, whether to part them out, list the figures separately, or list them probably on eBay. So I thought I'd just check out what the part out value is like on them. So we've got 9489, and we don't want extra parts, we don't want that. We do want the instructions in there, and the value's pretty poor on the 6 months sales average at least. Could be because, you know, not everything's sold. Items for sale currently over £40. And if I look on eBay, let's have a look at 9489. Then we can see that some of these have sold, but not for very much. I mean, look at this, £13. So I think I've decided that I'm going to definitely part this one out. Let's just have a quick look at the other one, which is the Ewok Attack 7956. So again, not amazing, and I had just had a look at this one, 7956 on eBay, and there's hardly any sales of this on here. There's a new one there, but that doesn't really count. Some of the figures are selling okay, and then this one's got extra figures, so it doesn't really count. And then, you know, there's just not many sales of it, and yet I think that there are plenty listed. Yeah, so it looks like there's plenty listed. And if there's none sold, then they're not selling very well, and there's an abundance of them on eBay. So again, I'm going to be splitting the figures out and parting these out, I think. So I've just opened 7956 and found this completely unopened, still in the bag, brand new, but some of the other figures are not there. It might be that I've even taken them out in the past, I don't know. All the parts even look new, to be honest, or pretty much brand new. I guess I'll list them all as used with the exception of this, but definitely made the right decision in parting it out. So I'm just coming back to this used set 7956, and I'm looking at listing this Ewok part. And then I thought I'd have a little look at the figure and see that it's sold for up to £9 on Bricklink, and there's nobody selling it at the moment, at least in the UK. And if I look at items for sale around the world, the prices very quickly start to rise, and so I got to thinking, why not just make this figure up? It's a very simple figure, and I've got the main part, and that is sealed. All I need is some legs and a torso. And I remembered that recently I parted out some of the Everyone is Awesome set, so I've got a torso here, and all I need to go with that is some hands. And I thought, well, where am I going to get some hands? I've got some used ones, but I don't want to put used ones on it. So then I had a look through my inventory, and I've got a bunch of these figures. So I think I'm just going to pull the hands off one of these and put that onto the torso. And then I just need some legs, which I'm also going to borrow from a Harry Potter figure that I've got a bunch of, and I'll either part one of them out or just replace the legs at a point in time. So let's go and grab those bits and get this figure made up. So I've got all my parts together, pulled out the drawer with these torsos on, so I'm going to use the hands off that, take the hands off this black torso, and just swap them over. And then borrow some legs from Harry Potter. Got a bunch of those, and then I will have my little Ewok put together. I'm not going to take it out of the packet, obviously. That's going to now go off and be listed as a new minifigure. All new parts, nothing wrong with that, not cheating. And someone will be very happy to get that, I'm sure. So one of the things I like to do is make my various activities as efficient as possible, and one of the tools that I use to do that is this thing called a Stream Deck. And I'll do another video on this in a bit more detail, but this lets me essentially carry out certain activities like getting a part out value. So I hit a button, type in a set number, press enter, and I get my part out value. And I can do other things on here like search for a minifigure. So let's say I want Star Wars figure number 2, then it will do that for me, and various other activities that I've configured. But today, because things are a little bit slower than they have been, what I'm trying to do is set up a new button so that I can print all of my Bricklink orders in one go. One of my biggest pains in life is, because I print picking lists, is to go through each individual order on Bricklink in particular, but I'll do this for Brickowl as well, and to go through each order and to generate the picking list. I wish there was a simpler way of doing it in Bricklink, and if there is, somebody tell me. But basically I've created this little activity, and this will automate the clicking of all of the screens, take me through the various orders, do the printing, etc. Now the only problem I've got at the moment is it's cycling through the orders. I've got this problem there where it comes out of the order, it should be going to the next one, and it's coming back to the Google search screen. So that is what I need to fix now, and then I'll be good to go. Just received an order with a nice little note. Found you from your YouTube channel. I'm a subscriber and love the new content. Well, thanks for the feedback. Really good that you guys are finding some of the content useful at least, and thanks very much for the message and of course the order. So I've decided to part with this Lego VIP set, and this is the one that you could get with purchase after you'd bought the Millennium Falcon before the 31st of December on the year of its release. And it kind of goes for pretty crazy money for what it is, to be quite honest. Now I've had mine on display for a while, so I'm not quite sure how the value is going to hold up as a used item. But it's literally just sat on a shelf. It's come out the packet's still here, leaflet's never been touched. It's effectively new to all intents and purposes, except it gathered a little bit of dust on the shelves, had really no handling whatsoever. Anyway, I think I'm going to try this as an auction. Normally I would do buy it now, but given it being used, I think we'll just see what it's going to fetch. I've got an order here that demonstrates that you shouldn't panic if you start to get a build-up of a particular part, because what you'll find is when you reach a certain level of stock, parts will just disappear in one fell swoop quite often. So here we've got 83 of these going out the door, 19 of these plates, 22 here. Someone also added all of my sand blue legs, and also these white flags. So my guess is that this person is someone who is making little sets and selling them, or something along those lines. I don't think that this is for a mock. Now also, when I've got parts in a reasonable quantity like this, the way I'll bag them up is to keep some of the bigger bags from parting out, and I'll just pack them in there and put a bit of tape on. I know some people use the heat sealer to reseal them, but I think that's just extra time, to be honest, and not for me at the moment. So I was just packing this last order that I just showed you, and then I realised that it's actually going out to minifigs.me, and this is one of the reasons the sand blue legs are out of stock for them, and you can see there's a little bit of a price difference there, which is, you know, fine, it's justified. That's their business model. They get a lot of traffic through their own website, etc. But just find it so intriguing, a bit like the last video that I did, the last vlog, where there was another business that was buying parts, and long may that continue. And the next order up is one from eBay, and this is for the basilic from the Harry Potter range. And this is something that I don't do too much of, but it's one where for certain builds I will sell them in their entirety rather than in part form. So this typically sells well on eBay. I do list these as well on Bricklink, but I don't think I've sold one on Bricklink so far. All the ones that have gone out, I think I've got 2 or 3 left, have gone out on eBay. And I'm not a big fan of this because it takes a bit more work to put the builds together, and I'm always terrified that I miss a part out and send it off to the customer and they find that they're missing a part, and maybe I don't even have it anymore. So that could be problematic. Not experienced it so far, although I did have an issue when I did this for some of the taxis out of the Daily Bugle set, and somebody complained that the windshield was scratched. And you know, everything I do is straight out of the Lego sets, and they can get scratched, especially those transparent parts in the bags straight from Lego. They are what they are, and I ended up having to replace the windshield for them. So those are the kinds of issues you can get, but I think it's a decent way at times for items like this that have got particular parts that are probably going to be slow to move, like the head and some of the body parts of this. I think it's worthwhile doing them as a set. So here's some things ready to get uploaded to the store. Here we've got lots of used 2x plates that my helper has sorted for me, and I'll just get these uploaded to the store. Should be good to add extra lots and count to the store. And then over here we've just got 2 of 76114 to be uploaded, and this is just me trying to upload some of the dregs of the sets that I've got to part out. Quite often I'll buy a few sets with the intention of getting more, and then not really finding any cheap. So a couple of 1s and 2s, often where you see a box and you can see that some of them are open, there'll be a couple of those sets in each box, just to save on space. But I'm just trying to get rid of all of these 1s and 2s and get them into the store and get them out of my way. So here I am uploading 2x4 plates to Bricklink. Got Bricklink open here with my existing 2x4 stock, and I'll use this to just add quantity to existing colours. And if I've got any new colours to add to the store, then I'll typically add them in BrickStore, and I'll let a BrickStore file just build up of used parts or any parts that need to be uploaded. Maybe let that BrickStore file stay open for a couple of days, and then once I've got enough ready to upload, I'll just hit the button and upload them all to the store. Now here's why I particularly like using BrickStore to add new lots. So in this case I'm doing 2x4 plates. So I've got a 2x4 plate up on the screen here. Down by the side there you can see all of the different colours that this comes in, and you've got your quantity here. And I can just go through, and in this case, let's have a look, I've got 4 dark red, so I can just come over here, change my quantity, and then look for dark red and add that to the list. And then I'm on to my next batch. Let's have a look here and say there's 3 dark blue. So I'm going in here, add dark blue and add, and that way you very quickly add them to your list here. So I'll start building up a list of parts to add to the store. In here, I'll add the locations when I put them away, but that's very easy to do if you're putting them all into a similar location. And I keep all of my 2x4s, for instance, in the same drawer, so it's very easy to do en masse. And I just find this a much better way to upload parts en masse, especially where you don't already have them in stock. Although there is a great option with BrickStore where you can just pull in your current inventory into the remarks. Just pull in your current remarks, and that's really easy to do. All you have to do is go to import your store inventory, which will just take a little while. Then go back to here if I select everything, and then I go to edit, copy values from the document, and you can copy pretty much anything from the document. I have it set to just copy the remarks, and as it happens, I don't have any of these in stock, so this is exactly expected. But if these were in my inventory, it would then have populated these remarks for me. It's a great little feature. So before putting this set away, I had a quick look at the minifigures and was a little bit surprised at how much this one is going for. This is Spider-Man 2099. So I've put those up on eBay, which seems to be getting a decent price, and I couldn't really see any listed on there. And I also decided to build both Sandman and the Vulture. Because I think without the wings, the minifigure's much less valuable. And the same with Sandman and some of the parts that go with that. Just, I don't know, it just seems to make more sense to sell them as complete items, which is a bit more of a pain to pack and sort. As similar to, well, what I mentioned in a previous video with the Basilisk item, where, you know, you're always a little bit concerned that you miss a part, etc. But hopefully those will go. And I think this is possibly the benefit of having backlog and taking time in some ways to part sets out, because I think there's kind of potentially two peaks to selling your minifigures. First of all, when a set first comes out, then that's when all the demand is, all the focus, all the attention is going to be on those new minifigs, and people will rush to buy them and they'll pay a premium. Then I think it sort of plateaus and the figures find their own level, and they're like that for a long time. But once the set retires, then obviously there's far less new items on the market. People start to look at the second-hand market for those same figures, so the price starts to creep up again. And I think that's probably what's happening with at least the Spider-Man 2099. I mean, I know the regular Spider-Man is just out there in abundance. That was in like 7 sets, and you know, that's another factor, of course, is it all depends on how many sets the individual minifigure appears in, which is going to add to the scarcity. But anyway, just a quick review about how I'm approaching parting these couple of odd sets out. Couple of small pieces of mail here, and the first one is a little bit of an oddity. It's a return to sender. So this didn't reach its destination for whatever reason. It wasn't picked up. They probably sat in the depot for ages and nobody ever picked it up, so they sent it back. What I found a little bit odd about this, it's only for a few parts, is that, you know, I've never heard from the person to say, you know, my order didn't arrive. And this order, I couldn't even find it in Bricklink because the order was too old. I assume it's been purged from the system, And the date on here is back in February, so we're now in August, and it's taken all that time for this to get back to me. So there's nothing I can do. I can't really follow up with the customer. So these will end up going back into the store and be resold, I guess. Now, the other little package is just a few things that I picked up off eBay. And the main thing I came for in here was this Miss Marvel minifig, which has got these, I hate them to be honest, these flexible arms. And that's a decent seller at about, I think about £7. Another decent figure here tends to sell well. And of course a couple of CMFs with the, if you can see those very well, but this pig suit and the fairy tale princess is in there as well. So just a couple of little things to put into the store. Just caught my eye, thought I might as well grab them for a good price. And yeah, that's all the mail today. I'm just checking eBay feedback, and I think this is possibly the best feedback I've ever been left. Fantastic Lego Pooh Bear, super quick delivery as always, a really great eBay to deal with. I bought many items of Lego and they are always so very professional. Thoroughly recommended, A-star, love this eBay, and many thanks. Here's another example of where I have some tools in place to make processes a little bit more efficient. So here I'm giving somebody a refund on shipping because they paid for a small parcel and things fit into a large letter envelope very easily. So what I do with lots of different instances of text is I have various snippets created that I can invoke very quickly that populate the text. So if I type a little code in there, you'll see that it's now pre-populated a text that says, I was able to fit your order into a large letter size envelope, so I've refunded the difference in shipping costs. Regards, Keith at Brick Arena. So it makes things, repetitive tasks, really quick, really easy, and I use this all over the place for customer service type communications. Is really good and useful. Lucky enough to get a shout out this week on Ralph's Bricks, and he had some nice things to say about the channel and the recent vlog that I'd posted, and I think he was particularly impressed with my trolley.
Seriously though, I had to laugh a little bit. Reminds me of Pops's cart, how loud that thing is. I know it's not funny because mine doesn't make any noise, but when I watched this the first time, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna have to get some throwdown rugs to quiet that thing down." But really great vlog, really good look.
And what amazed me about that clip in particular is that he thought the trolley was really funny, but he made absolutely no comment about this bright pink little doll's pushchair that appeared in the video. And that's my little granddaughter's little toy pushchair that when she was a little bit smaller used to use a lot, and it bugs the hell out of me being in the way in my store, and we've since thrown it out. But I was just so surprised that he didn't even mention that, and maybe I should have used that as the actual trolley. But thanks for the shout out, Ralph. Ralph's got a great blog for those of you who've not seen it. Go and check it out. I'm sure you've all watched it, and I'm sure you all watch all the same people's vlogs that I do and Ralph does, etc. So go and check it out though if you haven't. Great vlog. Here's another great bit of feedback from a customer, this time an international customer based out of Singapore. And he's just saying, hey Keith, just want to let you know that I've already received the package and I'm very pleased with your prompt replies and prompt shipping. Royal Mail delivered my tracked package within a week. Very shocked how fast it is given that it's international shipment. End-to-end tracking is also available as well. Tracking information is also available at Singapore Post after the package leaves the UK. I will keep a lookout for future Harry Potter inventory in your store. Brick Arena will definitely be my go-to Brickall store in future. That's the bit I like. Hoping to trade with you again soon. In fact, I just carted out something from your store before I even received this package. Have a good day and stay safe. Another great message, particularly from international buyers, where sometimes shipping delays, customs, etc. can be a problem. This one went really smooth. The customer paid for the item to be tracked, which I always find is a bit expensive, and I don't usually pay for myself, or even really offer unless the customer specifically asks. So very happy that it got there safely and that he's pleased with the purchase. Just gotten a comment in overnight from Build-A-Brick saying, loving the content, dude. I started my own store in 2017 due to stumbling upon your videos and Brickzars. 4 years later, I've established a great little following in New Zealand. We've just started creating set reviews on YouTube to help buyers make more informed decisions when purchasing sets. Seeing this sort of content makes me want to create some of my own vlogs as well. Love your progress in the last year with your change in lifestyle, man. So that's a great comment, and thanks Build-A-Brick. And everybody rush over to Build-A-Brick's channel. He's pretty new to making videos by the look of it, with 5 subscribers. So have a look at his content, check him out, and give him a like, and if you're interested in his content, do follow him. So thanks Build-A-Brick for the comment. Just took a delivery of a couple of items I'm really quite excited to get opened and try, and hopefully these will have a positive impact on YouTube and the vlogs that I've started doing. Nothing to do with Lego themselves, no Lego contained in here. So let's see what we've got, if I can get them open. So in here we've got a cable and a light. One of the things I find I'm struggling with a lot at the moment is to light things sufficiently. I find that when I'm trying to show things, I'm quite often in shadow, so I'm hoping that that's going to solve that problem. And then this is really just something that, to be honest, I've always wanted, and I'm just finding an excuse to buy now, and that is a gimbal. So if you don't know what a gimbal is, it's a device to mount your mobile phone on, and it does all kinds of tricks. Gives a nice steady flow to the video. That's the main thing. Hopefully will make things a little smoother. Massively overkill for just the videos I'm doing it in here, obviously, but I'm really interested to try this outside and do a little bit of kind of videography, if you like, not for YouTube necessarily, but for my own personal pleasure. So I've been doing lots of watching of YouTube videos of this stuff, and it looks fantastic. So can't wait to get trying this out and see if it makes any kind of positive impact on the content.